If you hear these words, know this. It is no accident. This is a response, a call echoing in your soul. The universe is reaching out to you, and I am here to help you grasp its message. Before we step across the threshold of hidden knowledge, make your choice. Your like is not mere approval. It is a declaration of your intentions, a bold step toward the unknown. Your subscription is an entry into the brotherhood of seekers, into the ranks of those who relentlessly pursue truth. Today, we will delve into the misty veil that shrouds the very heart of royal power. We speak not of the empty bustle of politics, nor the clamor of the crowd, but of the whispers of ages, of prophecies etched into the very fabric of time concerning she who wears the crown. Nostradamus, whose words have been a guiding star for countless lost souls, has left us a prophecy so dark it can make blood run cold. These are not mere words. This is the coveted key, unlocking a secret lock that imprisons reality itself. This is the very truth that they so meticulously conceal, shrouding it behind an impenetrable curtain of daily news. This truth is simple, yet all the more terrifying for it. We live in a phantom theater of shadows, where unknown puppeteers pull unseen strings, and we, blinded by the stage's bright lights, unquestioningly accept flat scenery as unshakable reality. Nostradamus, the wise seer, managed to peer through this veil of illusion. He saw the unchanging patterns, which, like poisonous threads, were woven into the very fabric of human history, repeating from century to century. His prophecies are not mere dry predictions. They are living echoes of forgotten, yet so important truths. In his Centuria 9, in stanza 47, he speaks of a star that will fall to earth and power that will wither. And do not think these words concern only one specific monarch or one isolated dynasty. No, this prophecy speaks of the very essence of power, of its inevitable fragility in the face of the infinite cosmos. We discover remarkably similar motifs within the most ancient Sumerian cuneiform writings, where it is spoken with alarm of a celestial gift that will be taken away when humanity forgets its true worth. And the Japanese hermit monk, the legendary Kenshin, whose priceless scrolls were unearthed from the ashes of a burned monastery on the mystery-shrouded Mount Kurama, wrote of a ring of power that inevitably becomes a heavy chain when its wielder loses the vital connection to the source. Modern science, with its sometimes astonishing limitations, merely timidly brushes the surface of what ancient sages intuitively grasped, penetrating the very depths of existence. Fractal patterns in geopolitical events is not merely a dry term from an academic scientific journal. It is a living echo of the words of the great Nostradamus concerning recurring catastrophes, like the unbreakable fingerprints of the gods themselves. And the mysterious information leak from the so-called Chimera Protocol hints at the artificial, meticulously planned creation of crises that are, in their essence, mere cunning tools for maintaining a shaky illusion of total control. Even the confidential report of the Club of Rome, which incidentally was never fully published, warned of the inevitable collapse of all systems built on a foundation of lies. These words, these prophetic predictions, these highly convincing proofs, they do not merely resonate, they seem to sound in unison because they emanate from a single, unshakable source. These are not timid coincidences. They are the mighty voices of those who dared to see further, those who comprehended great truths. Vanga spoke of times when the world will be shaken, and only those pure of heart will see the light. Ancient Mayan calculations, whose meaning still eludes our full comprehension, hint at cyclical changes, at moments of great transformation. And the Gnostics, those who grasped the truth of our world as a prison erected by lesser beings, warned of sleeping guardians protecting the gates of ignorance. Now tell me, do you not feel it? That inexplicable anxiety that grips you in the dead of night, at 3 o'clock, when all around falls silent. That detached feeling when you look at the faces of passers-by, as if at soulless masks hiding a gaping void. That vague yet persistent understanding that everything that reaches you is an elaborate lie. This is not melancholy, and it is certainly not paranoia. This is your soul suffocating, trapped within this matrix. Your true essence resists the violence of illusion. We reside in a world where fear is a coin of exchange and ignorance our unshakable armor. We build our lives on shifting sands, mistakenly believing that sturdy concrete walls can shield us from the storm that rages relentlessly within. The very concept of royal power, the idea of monarchy, serves merely as a vivid symbol of this illusion, the embodiment of the thought that someone else, chosen, is granted the right to rule over others. Nostradamus foresaw how this illusion would crumble into tiny fragments. He saw how the crown, that eternal sign of authority, would transform first into an unbearable burden and then into a seal of inevitable doom. He wrote of a golden cage that will become a tomb. And this is not simply a pathetic metaphor. It is an accurate description of a reality where power, divorced from its original source, from the people, from life itself, becomes something alien, foreign, and ultimately destructive. A crown of glass reflects the vulnerability of an ego desperately trying to maintain control over that which is by its very nature unmanageable. Metallic veins are nothing more than the soulless march of a system, inexorably pulsing not with life and love, but with fear and obedience. But what if all these monsters, these wars, crises, pandemics, are merely phantom shadows dancing on the walls of an ancient cave? What if the true tyrant, the one who holds us captive, looks at us from the depths of our own mirror? This tyrant is your own ignorance, your unwillingness to step beyond the familiar, your fear of the unknown. It is the deeply ingrained belief that you are merely a pathetic victim of circumstances, not the almighty creator of your own reality. The universe does not punish humanity. It heals, burning away the poisonous essence, the poison of fear, destructive ignorance, and the tenacious chains of materialism. Our collective consciousness, like a treacherous virus, is afflicted with this malady, and this virus, carrying destruction within it, must be eliminated. The great prophecies of Nostradamus are not a foreshadowing of some savior who will come to us from without. No, they are rather an activation code, a key to awakening the Savior who already slumbers within each of you who are listening. The prophets did not see a single ruler seated on a lavish throne. Their discerning gaze grasped an entire army of awakened souls. They saw you, each of you, gathered here. You are not merely a thread woven into the fabric of prophecy. You are its very embodiment, its completion. Each of you carries within a sacred spark of the divine, capable of dispelling any darkness, however dense, in an instant. The current structure of royal power, as we know it, is merely an echo of a long-past era, a time when humanity had not yet fully realized the colossal power hidden within itself. Remember the words of the great Nostradamus, "The time of great change, when the earth will tremble and the heavens will open." This is not a grim prophecy of the end of days, as it is often portrayed. No, this is a prediction about the birth of an entirely new era, an era when true power will emanate not from above, but from within each of us, when the crown will become not merely a symbol of dominance, but the zenith of an awakened, conscious existence. The king shall be overthrown, but the power shall remain, he wrote. These lines signify that the very structure of power will not vanish without a trace, but will fundamentally alter its nature. It will shift from external, compulsory dictation to inner, intuitive guidance, from a rigid, closed hierarchy to a free, flexible horizontal, from control to creation. Now, with your eyes open, with the world revealed in a different light, you cannot remain on the sidelines. Every action you take, every choice you make, now holds true significance. Your like is like a brief, bright flash of light that instantly spreads across the entire network, becoming a beacon for other lost souls seeking their way. Your share is no longer just a click, but a seed you carefully plant in the fertile soil of dormant minds, granting them a precious chance to awaken and grow. And your subscription is a silent but firm vow, a promise to become an integral part of the coming changes, a promise never to return to the former, slumbering reality. If you feel ready for something more, if a call to transcendence resonates deep within your soul, then our inner circle is your reliable operational base. Here, in a close circle of like-minded individuals, we exchange invaluable knowledge, strengthen our spiritual connection, and prepare for the next, inevitable stage of our shared journey. Your support through Super Thanks is not just a donation, it is living energy that fuels our collective flame, giving us strength in this battle against the encroaching darkness. It is a true investment in awakening, an investment in the future that we are creating with our own hands. Prophecies are merely maps pointing the way, but we ourselves must walk the path. Nostradamus provided us with guideposts, but it is we who truly choose our path. We are the ones who slept, yet now awaken to a new reality. We are the ones who will witness the fragile crown of glass shatter into dust, releasing the light of true power. A power that does not rule but serves, that does not suppress but inspires. Until our next meeting, remain aware, stay connected, and never cease your